Hey everyone, this is Nikki dxgirly. This is my channel dxgirly Likes BJDs, where I talk about my experiences with ball jointed dolls. Hi guys! I bet some of you, if you don't follow me elsewhere, will have probably thought maybe I just vanished. I have not made a YouTube video in a very long time, like a year. But as I've said in previous videos, if I'm remembering them correctly, it's been a long time since I filmed one. I wanted to only do them like when I felt motivated to do them, and 2021 has been kind of crazy for me life-wise, I guess, and doll hobby-wise. So, it wasn't the right time, but I finally got like a setup where I'm feeling good about filming. And I did say at one point that I would at least try to make these end of the year tag videos every year. So that's what this is today. This is the end of the year BJD tag for 2021. I procrastinated and waited until the last day per usual. So this tag was created by Bumblebee Love 100. I think I watched Sarah Lovely Day's video, and it was created like 8 years ago. So before I was in the hobby, which since it's 2021 now, I've been in the hobby for 4 years. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, so let's just get right into it. I got my iPad right here. I'm gonna look at the questions. Show us your doll family as it looks at the end of the year. So I'm gonna, through the magic of editing, show you all those right here. Okay, so on the top row of the first shelf, we have, this is Aharu casting Garu's smiling face, and this is Lily. Then next to her is her twin, Lucy, who's kind of painted in a crying sort of way. These girls were painted by Precious Little Lily. She did a fantastic job with them. Next, we have my little fee Rennie, Bean. Then, of course, you know my very first BJD from Sarah Swan's. This is Stasia. She's a Kid Sky Bobo with the dreaming eyes. Then on this second shelf, we have in the back here is my Logan Dolls Claudia head on a mini fee Moe body. Her name's Anya. Then in the front here, we have a mini fee Luha in tan skin on an A-line body. Her name, oh gosh, what did I name you? Roxy. Then back here, that is a mini fee Ingrid from their summer event. Her name's Tabitha. Next to her right here is a Mayak, or Mayak. I don't know how to say her name, but the artist made the head. That's a Mayak Dolls May head on a Doll Leaves body, blush to match. Her name's Mara. Then next to her is Daphne. Daphne is a Black Cherry Dolls Mayhua. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I butcher names in this part, guys. Then next to her is a Black Cherry Dolls Zeri. That is Zakia. On this bottom shelf, we have some very obviously not BJD friends, but we also have my Marvia Art Dolls Mela, who I named Siri. Then moving over to the bottom shelf of this shelving unit, this is the only boy in my collection right now. I do have more on order, but yes, I do have a boy again in my collection. This is Rowan. He's a Doll Leaves Jeremy. My friend, I believe she has a YouTube channel, but she's also on Instagram, Absolute Fiend. Suggested their name, so that's Rowan. Then moving up to the next shelf, we have my Dollits Miso Lizzie. Next to her, we have my Sheepy Doll's sheepy head on a Doll Eve's body. Her name is Mari, short for Mariposa. And then we have Ainsley over in the corner here. She is a Doll Eve's Lawn. Up on the top shelf with some Pop Mart friends, we have my Soul Doll, is it Racia or Rikia? That is Suki. She's one of the more popular dolls in my collection. People seem to love when I post her on Instagram. And then we have my Doll in Mind Lorena on the Doll Eve's Dream Body. Her name is Harper. Then we go over to the top shelf of the final shelving unit. We have my Minifee Rhea Akame. We have Minifee Auntie Kiki. Then we have a Bimong Kokoro on the 38 centimeter body. Her name is Melanie. And we have a Bimong Nare 402 head on, I believe this is a 41 centimeter body Bimong doll, the fusion body, and her name's Kat. And then we get to my Haru Casting MSD shelf. So over here we have my newest addition to the shelf is my Haru Casting Garum, who I named Quinn. Then we have Haru Casting Joa, whose name is, oh gosh, you're Yuna. I named the 3 dolls that I got at the same time, the Haru Casting girls, after Final Fantasy X characters. So that's Yuna. Next to her is Lulu. She's a Haru Casting Big Garu. Again, if I'm butchering names, I apologize. Korean is not a language I speak. Then we have my Haru Casting E minor Ducky. And my Haru Casting Maji, Riku, who broke her leg this year because I'm an idiot. But I think Haru said he's going to send me a piece to fix her leg in the order I have with him right now. So hopefully that will get fixed soon. And then finally on this bottom shelf with all these Laura art figures for now and a bunch, this is all shoes, this is COAs, this is some face-up stuff, and that's some wigs from Hopeful Creation. But sitting with them is my Doll Eve's Pearl, who I named Sarah, after also a Final Fantasy. She's a Final Fantasy 13 character. But yeah, that's my dollies. So yeah, that is my collection. I am absolutely loving what I have right now. And yeah. Number 2 is, how many doll videos did you make this year? If you don't count this one, I made 0 videos this year. This is the only video that will be posted to my channel in 2021, and that's so sad. But life happens sometimes. I'm sorry, guys. And then number 3 was, what was your first video of 2021 about? And this is the first video of 2021, so there you go, I guess. Number 4, how many pictures on any site or medium did you take or upload this year? So I take a lot of pictures that I don't upload, but I did look at, this time of year they do those top 9, best 9 type of things, and this year I used the app Best Grid to get my top 9. They're doing like some shady stuff with those top 9 apps and websites where they ask for your login information, and that's not cool with me. Just give them my password and stuff. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. So, but the app Best Grid doesn't cost anything, and it makes you that top 9. It tells you how many posts you had, how many likes, how many followers you have, all that stuff. So I posted 199 things to my Instagram that have not been archived, I guess, because I did archive all my sales posts. So 199 things. I think I have a couple of giveaway posts in there somewhere, so around there. Show us your first picture of the year. Put that right here. It's a picture of Ducky. Ducky in her old wig, because I did change Ducky's wig this year. And number 6, tell us the best thing that happened to you in the doll hobby this year. And that's going to tie in for me with number 7, tell us the worst thing that happened to you in the doll hobby this year. So in 2021, you may notice I have a background change, obviously. I moved out of where I was living with my parents, and I moved in with my fiance, Jimmy. So it was a big transition, and it took a long time because basically I moved into the apartment where he was living with his mom and her boyfriend moved out into the house that they bought. So, and it took a while for that to get transitioned, and there was all kinds of drama right before they left. And then a bunch of stuff happened. I got in a car accident. We had to deal with that. Just all kinds of life stuff happens over the years. And we needed money to fix my car and just to get by in like late spring, early summer. So I ended up feeling like I needed to sell. No one pressured me to do it. I chose to do it on my own, but I felt like I needed to sell a lot of my dolls. So at the time, that felt like the worst thing that happened to me in the hobby this year, because I loved a lot of those dolls, and you know, I did like them. I wanted to keep them, but just the way things were, I had to sell them. But because of that rolls into the best thing that happened to me in the doll hobby this year. And I think that cleanse of kind of having to sell a bunch of stuff and then kind of, I felt like, you know, once you sell one thing, it's easy to feel like, oh, I can sell this now and this and this and this and this. Like it's easy to just kind of spring clean a collection. So after I sold the dolls I needed to sell to, you know, get by, I had, if you remember from my video last year, I had about, it was getting close to 30 minifee heads in my collection, and none of them had bodies. And if you look back over my last several years of videos, I always talked about how stressed I was about all the heads in my collection and how I needed to get them bodies. But then I would get a new minifee and sell the body right away because I needed money. It was a bad cycle. So what I did, I was talking to my friend Tiki Peach Tea on Instagram about it. And I mentioned feeling like, you know, because there were a couple of artist dolls coming up for sale. This was, oh gosh, it was either in June or July. I think it was July, the beginning of July. There were a couple artist dolls coming up for sale that I wanted, but I didn't have funds for. And I mentioned, like, you know, if I sold all these heads, I would have money. She's like, do it. Do it. So I did it, and I sold almost all of my minifee heads. The only two I kept were my minifee auntie, Kiki, and my minifee Rhea, Akame, because Akame was a gift from Jimmy, and my minifee auntie, of course, was my second doll and the first BJD I actually picked out myself and got. So, and they did not have bodies at the time, so I went and got them bodies, and as you saw in my Dolly family, when I showed it to you, they, yeah, they have bodies now, and I have 0 floating heads now, and I cannot even express to you how good that feels. I don't have to stress about getting people bodies, and that feels so good. Now, what I didn't show you in this big thing, I do actually have 3 minifee bodies that are without heads right now, but there's a reason for that. I bought those bodies for my Logan dolls heads that I ordered back. I think I ordered a pan head in March and 2 Pim heads in April. So I'm still waiting on those. I know he just shipped those off to the caster. Rides and Soul is going to cast them now. So I'm just waiting on those heads to come in, and then they'll be full dolls. So the minifee bodies have been here for quite a while, and they're sitting there ready for them. And I actually, oh gosh, was it like a couple weeks ago? I went through the bodies because I was moving them into like storage, and I actually removed the neck mechanisms and replaced them with S-hooks. That sucks. There's a way to do it without unstringing them, but it sucks. So I did that, and it was hard, especially by myself. I think if Jimmy had been awake to help me, it would have been easier, but me like to do it when everyone else is asleep. So yeah, that was sort of both the worst and best thing that happened to me in the hobby this year, that I had to lose so many dolls I love. But I kind of turned around my collection in a different direction, and I'm loving it now. Like, I'm so happy with all the dolls I have right now. So it turned out for the best. Show us your 3 favorite things you got this year. So the tradition for people is to not show dolls in this question, but I've gotten so many things this year. My fiance spoiled me rotten. I don't know if you remember, but he was in a motorcycle accident last year, and he lost his only vehicle for transport, and we were struggling with that for a long time, but he finally got a settlement from that accident, and he was so appreciative that I was there for him and helped him so much when he lost his motorcycle last year, and like to help him heal from all that and everything, that he gave me a bunch of money to just spend on Dolly stuff, and he was very kind and bought me dolls and clothes and shoes and all kinds of stuff. So I did get a lot of stuff this year, and I have a lot of dolls on order that are going to come in next year. So I'm going to just show you dolls, because I can't even remember like which clothing pieces I got in or which wigs. So I'm just going to show you my top 3 dolls this year, not in any order. So one of my favorite things I got this year was my Black Cherry dolls, Zeri, and she's just beautiful. Her skin tone is to die for. I have more girls on order in this type of skin tone that will be coming in 2022, and I'm really looking forward to them. Adding some nice melanin to my collection. I feel like dark skin dolls are really hard to get in the BJD world, and I definitely want to get them when I can, because they're beautiful. Black dolls and black people are beautiful, and I love to see them represented in my collection. She's a beautiful babe. I do think I might get her some brown eyes at some point. I only had these gray ones when I got her that are in her size, because she wears, I think these are either 10s or very small 12s that I think I got with one of my soul dolls. But they're the only ones I had that fit her at the time, because she has very small eye wells compared to some of my other dolls. But she's gorgeous. So that's Zakia. Then another favorite I got this year is this girl, who you've seen already, but we're gonna go over her again. This is my Haru casting. Oh, we're gonna butcher this name. Garum. I don't know. I don't know Korean, so that's her. This is Quinn. Her, and specifically her in this outfit, love her so much. She is my only doll that I have not felt any desire whatsoever to change her out of this outfit. Like, she's so cute. I'm sure if I found like another like goth babe kind of outfit, if I came across it, I would definitely get it for her, but I haven't. It's kind of hard to find readily available outfits in this sort of style. I got this one. Most of this outfit is from Bonjour BJD on Instagram, except for like the skirt and the boots. The skirt I added because this outfit's actually made for a minifee, and she's taller than a minifee, so it's very short on her. Like her whole butt sticks out. So I added the skirt, and I think it looks great. How cute is she? I love her. Okay. I'll sit you back down. And then my final favorite thing I got this year was my Mervia Art Dolls Mela that I got at the end of this year. And I recently just painted her. And my doll leaves Jeremy. But I am so happy with how she came out. I had so much fun doing her face up and really stepped out of my comfort zone. And it's made me want to get more fantasy resin dolls now. Because I felt so much more creative than usual. And I just kind of let that creativity run. And she turned out so good for it. She's my little alien babe. I just love her so much. So yeah, definitely in the future going to consider getting more fantasy colored resin, because I absolutely love her. Yeah, that's my Mela, Siri. So those were my 3 favorite things I got this year. Again, I'm sorry I cheated and did dolls, but whatever. And the final question, number 9. What is your New Year's resolution for the hobby? So I have a couple. Overall, I would like to definitely purchase way less dolls in 2022 than I did in 2021. Like I said, we got that motorcycle accident settlement, and that paid for a lot of dolls. But so I'm gonna slow it way down. And I don't have I did just get an extra shelf to put the dolls that I have coming in, but I don't have all the space in the world to keep buying dolls at a really fast pace. So my goal, I said this on DOA, my goal is to bring in, I originally said 4 to 5 dolls in 2022. We'll see how that goes. I usually have a hard time living up to my own rules I set for myself, but we'll see. We'll see. Another one of my goals or New Year's resolutions for 2022 are, I want to attempt wig making. I have a lot of like mohair and alpaca that I bought towards the beginning of 2021. And I bought it around the same time that I bought my, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on her name. My L, what's her? Maddie Bear Dolls L. Oh my gosh, brain fart. My Maddie Bear Dolls L, when I ordered her, I really wanted to give her like textured curly hair. So I ordered some mohair for her in like this pretty like tie-dye colors. And I really want to try to make a wig for her. The problem is I've never made a wig for anyone and I have no idea what I'm doing. But I did order some supplies back then that I can use now. And she is just, Maddie Bear got the dolls in recently, a couple weeks ago, and they're going to be shipping soon. I just have to pay for shipping and then wait for her to come home. So she should be coming home in January. If you want to see an unboxing for her, please let me know in the comments down below, because I've been considering it. But I want to try to make a wig for her, and it should be interesting. I'm gonna try to make some practice wigs first, so I don't waste the hair I bought specifically for her and screw it all up. So I just have to get some confidence in myself to go ahead and try that, because right now I'm really lacking that. In 2022, I want to try to sew more clothes. I have a huge box of fabric over there that I just picked up. Some of my stuff's still over at my parents'. I kind of just slowly migrated into living here. So I just brought over that whole box of fabric, and I have all my sewing stuff, and I can hand sew right now. I don't have anywhere to set up a sewing machine. I have my Grammy's old sewing machine. I don't know where I'd set it up, but I do want to try to sew more clothes again in 2022, because I didn't sew any in 2021. I also want to take more pictures this year than I did, or next year than I did this year, because I was really kind of bad about that, because I was not doing well mentally, and I took a lot of breaks from Instagram specifically, just for my own mental health. So I didn't photograph my dolls as much as I did in previous years. So I do want to take more pictures of them, change their clothes more often, take more pictures. And then finally, the obvious one for this tag and this YouTube video, I want to film more videos for YouTube in 2022. I was really bad about that in 2021, obviously. So I do want to film more videos this year. I have this nice little space that I can film in, so I want to take advantage of that. And you know, Jimmy, my fiance, and our roommate Kim have been really like encouraging me to make videos again. So I do want to do that, and I want to get back to enjoying that. And sorry, my cat's walking around beneath me. We did get a kitty baby too. His name's Salem. Salem, come here. He's like, no. But he's a cutie. So yeah, those are my New Year's resolutions for 2022 and the BJD hobby. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you did. How did your 2021 go as far as being in the doll hobby? Did you get new dolls? Did you make lots of new things? Did you buy lots of new things? Please let me know. If you made a video about this on your channel and I'm not already following you, please let me know. I will go watch it. And yeah, I hope you are all doing well. Stay safe, especially with, you know, the pandemic that's still going on out there. Stay safe, stay healthy. And I wish you all a very happy new year. And hopefully I will see you more in 2022. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.